Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Jaspreet and I'm a software engineer. In this video, I'll be talking about a lot of different resources which people who are trying to learn programming or coding by themselves will find helpful. So before we get started, make sure you hit the like button if you find this helpful and do subscribe to the channel. So all the resources that I'm going to discuss are all free resources and are totally beginner friendly. So this is probably not the first video that you're watching to start programming and coding. So I would just suggest now stop researching and choose one resource and get started. So getting started is the key after all. Before you choose any one resource, let me tell you, everybody have a different learning style. Some people find it easier to learn through reading, some find watching short tutorials easier, and some might find taking an entire course and going through it. So I'll be discussing all different resources in all these different learning styles. You can choose whatever you find suitable. First thing you would need is having an introductory course to computer science fundamentals, which are available on various platforms such as edX, Coursera, Udemy. It's important to know the fundamentals. You're going to deal with input outputs, and the data is stored in the form of bits, which is 1 and 0. So these are very basic concepts which you should be clear with. The next thing is basics of programming. Basics of programming. I'm not saying choose a coding language and start coding on it. Before that, go through any course or just read the basics of programming, which would include your various data types, primitive data types, abstract data types, conditional statements, algorithms, etc. I've met a lot of people who say that because I code in C++, so I don't know what Java is about. If you go through these programming concepts, basics are clear, then you will find it easier to move from one coding language to another language. Okay, most of the time you might be working on one language, but no web application is made in just one single language. You'll always find easy switching, and even not just switching, just understanding the code of some different language if you have your basics clear. And one course that I would like to suggest you is a Harvard CS50 course, which is very much practical knowledge based. It's less theoretical. So if you're going through any of such courses, make sure you choose a course which has a lot of assignments and make sure you're doing all those assignments. So this Harvard CS50 course is available on edX. So the pros of going through such courses is you get an in-depth knowledge of it. Your basics would be more clear, but then these lectures can be boring at times. It's difficult to keep watching the videos for an hour or more. I myself find them a little boring. If you find this totally boring, so next thing you can do is you can start with interactive learning platforms, which are Free Code Camp, Code Academy, you have Udacity. So what happens over here is, as soon as you code, you can see your output. So this keeps your curiosity alive. So this makes it easier to understand, and the topics are broken into very small sections. But then in these courses, sometimes you might miss some major topics. So once you are done with it, once you have completed your fundamentals, you have chosen a language and you know the syntax and you can write basic code. Next important thing is debugging. When you're coding, when you're programming, there are chances your code might fail somewhere or some error might come at a place. So you need to be a good debugger to find out the cause. Debugging is just not about pressing F6 or F10. You need to know the flow. You need to understand, okay, the debugger point went from this class to that class, or this point to that point. Why? So the whys are very important over here. I know I've seen people just pressing F6. Okay, they reach a line, here's the error. So you might reach the line where it's the error, but if you need to understand the flow also, how you reach to that particular point from where the value is coming and why the error has occurred. Next thing is the data structures. Of course, you won't find any interviews where you're not asked data structures. So once you've cleared all the previous levels, so it's a good time to start working on data structures. Resource that I have personally used in learning data structures is Geeks for Geeks. It's very important to have your foundation strong with data structures. So after practicing from GFG, you can go to HackerEarth, HackerRank, CodeChef, or any other programming platform and choose same topic, the one that you did from GFG, and solve different questions over here by typing it. Here you're comparing with other people. You can compare how many test cases you passed and all. So this, I feel, is a good technique to work on your data structures. Let me tell you, consistency and patience is the key. You might be stuck. You will definitely get stuck at a lot of points, and your best friend during this journey is Google. So if you're stuck and you're facing any error and you don't know what to do, go and Google it. That's it for this video, guys. And once again, I would just like to tell you, don't keep researching and thinking, should I choose this platform, HackerEarth or HackerRank or CodeChef? Choose anyone. Like, you can go with anyone. All of the resources are great, so choose anyone and just get started. So thank you for watching. I hope you found this helpful. So do share it.